Kicking the cars, yeah. So we have a nice subdued start. To be fair, I'm not going to be able to yell too loud because the drivers will hear me. But I'm going to get excited. Standing on my toes so I can see. Here we go. Nice starting for Lee Martin. On to the first corner. We're going to look at Lee. So follow the leaders, please, Harry. Just saying something that obviously we've already discussed. Just making 100% sure. Into the Jeep jump. And over the big triple. Berthon goes with him. A mistake from Orlowski, so he drops back. Bayer up to third now. Neil Craig fourth. Then it's Savoia in fifth. Over the ski jump now. The first two making a small gap and a little bit short for Berthon. And up the inside goes Martin Bayer into second now. So a little bit of a gap for Lee Martin at the front. So let's just stay with Lee a little bit longer because Bayer is gapping Berthon straight away. And Bayer did look nice and racy in the warm-up. Over the big triple we go. Right, let's drop back one car, please, Harry. Because that's a good battle. And I will keep you informed on Lee Martin, who is no problem out in front. We'll give you a gap as they come across the line. I'm going to try to... Ooh, and Lee Martin is over at the front. Back to the front, please, Harry. Lee Martin has a mistake on the tricky double. They are now separated by less than half a second. Down the main straight they go. If you can try to sort of get both of those cars in from time to time, please, Harry, that would be great. Underneath the crossover they go. Lee taking a bit of a chance, jumping over that corner on the tabletop into the Jeep jump one more time. And Lee immediately opens up a gap. So Lee must have a bit of pace in his back pocket that he's pulling out at any time. So drop back one car, please, from Lee. Just be ready on my mark to change your angle. Thank you very much, Harry. Young Harry doing a good job. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. On the step, then comes Lee. His car was bouncing back and forth to the left, but down the main straight, no problem for Lee. Into the corner tabletop, giving that plenty of respect. Came off of that single double sideways. And Lee again taking the chance, jumping that little corner. No one else is doing that I've seen. Over the big triple now, off the Jeep jump. Boom. Big air they go. I'm hoping we're following the battle for second because Lee is out of front. And there was a mistake a little bit further down. Didn't quite see it. Neil Craig getting caught up with it. So it's now a gap between Lee Martin, and he has Bayer in second, 1.6 behind. And then Michael Orlowski up to third. He is 3.3 seconds behind our leaders. So let's sort of keep half an eye on the car in front and in second. They're both orange cars. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. I think if we drop back now to the end of the triple jump, please, Harry, show you this battle for third place at the moment. But be ready. I'll keep an eye on the guys at front as you're watching Orlowski in third with Berthon fourth. Then it's Savoia in fifth. And it's Hoopo up to sixth. And Bayer making a mistake. Thank you very much, Tristram. I was looking at your computer trying to identify a car. So Lee Martin now has a nice gap at the front. If you kind of watch the cars that are going onto the Jeep jump now, sort of pan back and forth between them, and you can see that Lee's out in front because you won't see him. You can see Bayer now, who is making a gap to Orlowski in third, Orlowski Berthon. So there's not a lot going on at the track with 1 minute and 25 seconds on the race clock. Lee Martin has had one or two small mistakes, but Bayer's bigger, and Orlowski over in third. So Berthon third, Savoia fourth, Hoopo, and then Orlowski dropped back down, and then it's Neil Craig. But our second place car is over. So Berthon now up to second, Savoia third, and Bayer, who was fourth, going over at the corner tabletop. Venable sacrificing his body, and then unfortunately that's a bad move for Neil Craig because he chucked him down and just picked up on Neil. With 50 seconds to go. Oh, and the people are saying it was a little bit dodgy on the marshalling there. Okay, and Savoia over in third. So now first is Lee Martin. He's underneath the crossover. Second is Berthon. Let's drop back to the battle for third, going underneath the overpass now, please. And to the far corner. Thank you very much, Harry. First and second have big gaps between them, and they pile up coming onto the The back section is going to see Savoia end up in third, Hupo fourth, then it's Orlowski and Neal, and then Martin Bayer. Ooh. Wow. 6 seconds left, 5 seconds to go. Time is up. They're racing to the line, so go back to the one car going to the far corner, heading towards the Jeep jump now, please. That's our leader, Lee Martin, over the big triple. Few more corners to go to come home and be the winner of A-Main number 1. He hangs a left and up over the ski jump. Your winner of A-Main number 1 is Lee Martin. Well, I think that was a little bit more subdued. So your finishing order is Martin, Berthon, Savoia, 1, 2, 3, Orlowski and Craig running out the top 5. Then it's Honegel, Bayer, Ongaro, Hattinen, Kobovic. Now, if you just pan down here to pit lane, and we're gridded up now. Hey? Una Hattinen put to the back of the grid for a late start or a late pit arrival. Here we go, second leg of the A. Good start for Lee Martin. Ricardo Berthon right with him. That first single double or double single even is a little bit tricky. Little bit tentative going up there into the Jeep jump for the first time. It has settled down now over the big triple. The first 4 or 5 cars, in fact, everybody over that nicely. I'm going to focus on the front. Lee Martin on the drop off. Over the ski jump now. Takes it easy, backs off to make sure that car doesn't buck over that. And Berthon makes a mistake in second. So it's Orlowski up to second now. Neal Craig up to third. Down the main straight they go. Lee Martin, our leader, looking to wrap it up here. Over the double single, underneath the crossover. Lee still jumping that corner tabletop, taking that chance. You can see what that does for him. It just buys him another 4 or 5 meters of track space. Sorry about that. Over the ski jump for Lee Martin one more time. Orlowski second, Neal Craig. Then it's Berthon, Savoia, and Bayer, Hupo. Una. And there's some trouble back in the field, but we're looking back at the front. I believe we're following the Lee Martin, the leader. Let's drop back one car, please, and show the chasing Orlowski, who across the line last time was 1.0 behind. And it was Neal Craig, a further 0.8 of a second back over the big jump. In fact, it's not Neal Craig anymore. It is Ricardo Berthon now. Didn't see what happened to Neal. He's making a mistake, and he's gone all the way down to the back of the pack. 3 minutes 20 on the clock. Lee Martin sliding it beautifully around the tricky double. On the drop downs he goes, off the steps, down the main straight. 1.6 second lead. We'll have Michael Orlowski on film, on camera at the moment to show you the chasing car, the only guy at the moment looking like it's possible to take this to a third leg. 3 minutes left now. Over the big triple goes Orlowski. Lee Martin now in the drop-off now. Orlowski hits the drop-off now. He's giving this ski jump a lot of respect. I can tell you that much for nothing. 1.3, the difference between Martin and Orlowski. Then it's Berthon in third. He is 2.6 behind our leaders. So Lee taking it really steady on that ski jump, but still jumping that corner tabletop. Orlowski is not. Berthon half jumped it as well. Off the Jeep jump goes Orlowski into the big triple. He is looking a bit closer, so I say Orlowski on the charge at the moment, and it looks like Berthon is hanging right with him as well. A little bit further back off camera, but trust me, he's right there. The gap between the leaders, 1.3, so no real improvement there. Let's look at the lap times. They are to within 200ths of a second of each other last time round. But definitely Orlowski looking that little bit closer on the track. Computer says no. Lee so close, jumping that corner of that tabletop that time. Over the Jeep jump goes Martin. And Berthon looks like he's closing up on Orlowski a little bit. I didn't see, well, Orlowski did make a little bit of a bobble over that small corner tabletop. 1 minute 35 on the clock. Lee Martin looking to take it home now. Finish it up. That's it. Done. He's got the trophy. But we have 1 minute 30 left. Still 1.3 between Orlowski and Lee Martin. But just 0.6 of a second behind Orlowski is Ricardo Berton. 1 minute 15 on the clock. Lee Martin has his lead of 1.3 seconds, and he has maintained that now for about the last 3 or 4 laps. Berton now drops back a bit from Orlowski. So Orlowski, it is time. 1 minute left. He has to do something if he wants to take it to a third leg. If not, the title will belong to Mr. Lee Martin. Lee had the double steer out of the tricky double. He nearly caught the inside. The gap now 1.3 on the clock last time around, but it's definitely less than that because Lee had already crossed the line when he made that double steer into that corner. So Lee, a little bit cleaner, jumping that corner last time around. It's going to be this lap and one more off of the Jeep jump now, and a little bit of heavy landing for Lee Martin off of the big triple. Orlowski definitely looking closer. Berton's right there in third. Anything happens between these two at the front, and he's there to pick up the pieces. Starting their last lap now. The gap between them just 0.8 of a second. Over the tricky double. Orlowski closes right up on him. Off of the step down they go. Lee Martin's car is looking a little bit shaky at the end of the main straight. Orlowski cruising right up to the back of him. Over the double single now and under the crossover. Lee Martin jump in the corner. That always buys him a couple of meters of space. Again, it does. Over the Jeep jump they go. We're nearly done with this race. Over the tricky big triple, they both stick it. Into the switchback they go. Lee Martin in the hot seat now to take the win. Just over the ski jump he goes. Does Orlowski go big? No, he doesn't. Lee Martin comes home to take the 2017 European Championships. The winner is Lee Martin. That was a good race. Show Lee Martin up on the rostrum, please, if you can see him. I had to catch my breath there. And see if you can pick Lee. Do you know Lee? What Lee looks like? No. Okay. Okay. Will he be the one really happy up there? I'm looking out my window. I can't go. Oh, no, I can't see him. Oof. Well, he'll be the one getting all the congratulations as soon as he comes down. I'll point him out to you if he comes out. Let's see if I can grab him. Can you plug the microphone in, please? Okay, just check the sounds played. Level's good. And here he comes, Mr. Lee Martin, as the rain comes. Well done, mate. How do you feel?
Oh, man, I'm just really happy. Yeah, super happy. Because it was, after the rain, it was really tough. And just keeping her on the track and having some fast guys behind me, I'm just super happy to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, it was an awesome display of driving. As we say that the rain starts now. Your last lap looked like you were trying to take it easy, but yet push on as hard as you could. And what was it like? What was going through your mind in that last lap?
Because, you know, as a racer, you have kind of an idea how long 5 minutes is. And they're not telling us how long's left. And I thought I might have finished the lap before. And then when I went round again, I was like, oh, shit. This for sure is the last lap. So I tried to go as fast as I could without messing it up. And even I think if Michael knew it was the last lap, he would have probably gone harder over the crossover. So I was just lucky to be able to get it done. So he was driving really good too.
So how many European Championships have you won?
That's 6 now.
6 now.
I'll tell you what, they get no easier. No. People say you're experienced and this and that. Dude, that was as hard as my first one. They get no easier.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. Come on, bring it in. Lee Martin. Lee Martin, get in. We can. So they're lining up on the grid now. And of course, the grid is without Mr. Martin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Here we go.
4, 3.
Berton making a good start at the front. Into the double single. And it is the 4 car of Martin Bayer who ends up upside down with a few cars crashing underneath the crossover. But it's Berton out front, followed by Orlowski. And then it is Savoia and Joona Häyhänen. So good start for Joona. Into the tricky double to go. Joona having a mistake over the ski jump. Landed back on his wheels. But we're going to follow the race at the front between Berton, Orlowski with Savoia right there. Heading towards the Jeep jump now. Over the big triple they go. No problem for Berton, Orlowski, Savoia with Häyhänen in 4th. Then it's Hupo, Krag. And then we'll drop down to Ongaro, Bayer, Kobovic. Kobovic had trouble on the opening lap on the triples. And our leader's over coming onto the straight, so Bayer into the lead. Savoia second. Berton rejoins in 3rd. So we follow the second car on the track, please. That's the battle between Savoia, Berton, and Häyhänen. Hupo, Hanegal not too far behind. Over the big triple they go. Orlowski is our leader. You might catch a glimpse of him here and there. 3 minutes 25 on the race clock. Over the ski jump they go. No problem for Orlowski at the front. I'll keep looking at that and try to let you know if anything happens. Savoia, who was our fastest seated driver after day 1, hasn't had the best of it breaking in one of his qualifying. But you can almost see them all together now. Over the Jeep jump they go. 3 minutes left. Over the big triple. And Savoia looks like he's closed in on Orlowski just a bit. Then Berton and Joona Häyhänen not too far behind. This 4-way battle for the lead is Hupo, Hanegal. Over the tricky double they go. And on the step down now. On to the main straight. Over the single double. 4 cars bunching up together. 2.5 minutes to go. Over the Jeep jump one more time. Berton sliding a little bit wide. Joona having to get out of the power on that top corner. Onto the switchback they go now. Orlowski looking to try to break the chasing Savoia. And Berton makes a mistake over the ski jump. Joona doesn't let off the power and squeaks through unscathed. So Joona up to 3rd. Berton 4th. Hupo 5th. Down the main straight they go. Over the double single. Savoia right with Orlowski now. None of these drivers jump in the corner. Häyhänen is 3rd. And into the Jeep jump and the big triple. These 3 drivers making it through no problem. And then Berton making a mistake. So Hupo up to 4th now. Berton down to 5th. Orlowski landing a little heavy off the ski jump, but no problem. And then coming up short on the tricky double. Off of the jump, the step down they go, onto the main straight. Orlowski, Savoia, Häyhänen, all separated by just about a half a second. And Savoia makes a mistake. Joona Häyhänen up to 2nd now. 1 minute 15 left. Over the Jeep jump they go. Into the big triple. No problem for all 3 of these drivers. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Over the ski jump they go. Orlowski, Häyhänen, Savoia, Hanegal, Berton. And then there's a big gap back to Neil Krag. On the main straight they go. The gap is 1.2 seconds with 45 seconds to go. This lap and one more. And Orlowski looking a little bit of a corner jump on that tabletop that time round. Sees him open up a little bit more of a gap over Häyhänen. 34 seconds on the clock. That confirms this will be their last lap now. Häyhänen sliding out, catching the track, catching the pipes. Lets Savoia up to 2nd now. So all the pressure on Orlowski has been relieved. Orlowski at the lead. He's starting his last lap now. Savoia, Häyhänen, Hupo, Hanegal in 4th. 15 seconds on the clock. Orlowski looking good. Been in the front of the race for most of it. Still jumping the corner, taking that chance. Into the Jeep jump one last time for Orlowski. Over the big triple he goes.
Finish time
And we're looking at the battle for second between Yuna and Savoya, but Orlowski's going to come around nice and steady to take the win. Savoya comes second, Hatton in third, Hoopo is fourth, and it's going to be Berton fifth, Neil Craig sixth, Bayer seventh, David Ungaro eighth, and I believe Daniel Kobovic had already stopped the lap before. That's what people are saying.